we doing like slow-mo?
No.
Why?
Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have my sister with me who's going to spend lockdown with me. So exciting. And if you do not know that we are from the Bahamas, known well for our suntan, sea, sidewalks, and cheerleaders. So
cheerleaders.
Yeah. Today we are going to do our special, which is inspired by Bahamian Folklore, and we're also going to do our makeup at the same time whilst telling you our top favorite Bahamian Folklore stories.
You're gonna tell me because I know some, but I don't know a lot.
Today I have my picks that I selected. We're going to start off with the first one, which is going to be the man in the boat.
You don't know what I was thinking when you said man in the boat. If you're Bahamian, you know.
You know, but this one is really fucked up because not only Bahamian stories known for like their weird abrupt ending and their inclusiveness of songs for some strange reason, there's also like weird titles. A, B, most of the stories depict murder, incest, abuse, and all kind of stuff like that. The one with the man in the boat starts off with a mother who has 3 daughters. All the products will be listed down below in the description box.
I just always wanted to do that. You know how YouTubers go like this? It's awesome, but okay.
This one starts off with a single mother who has 4 kids. She has a son and 3 daughters. I guess the husband died. The story really didn't say. With her kids, when they got older, the son came to her and he was like, "Hey mom, I want to get married." And she was like, "Oh, cool beans. Who are you gonna marry?" And he was like, "I want one of my sisters." And the mother was like, "Grwm, no." So the son got really upset, built a boat, got on the boat, and went out to sea and refused to come home until he could marry his sister. After a while of being out to sea, the mother decides, okay, you need to come home. So she makes dinner and goes out to the dock, and she decides to, you know, call out to him on the water and sing a song to him on the water to tell him, hey, come home. And when he heard his mother, he was like, "No, boo, no, I want my sister." The mother then tells the older sister to go out and see if she can get her brother to come home. So the older sister went out to sea, and the brother was like, "Not you." And the middle child then went and called out for her brother, and he was like, "Not you either." So finally the younger sister goes out and calls for her brother, and he practically drags her onto the boat in the most weird way. And he went out as far as he could into the water and told his sister, "Hey, if you don't marry me, I'm gonna kill both of us." And of course the sister was like, "That's really gross. I'm not gonna marry my brother." So he was like, "Okay, again, if you don't do this, I'm gonna kill both of us." So after the 3rd time of him asking her to marry him and she said no, he decided to sink the boat. And when the boat sank, he tried to, well, he did practically drown her. She was like really close to death. And after a while of struggling in the water, she turns into a dolphin and he turns into a shark.
What?
Yes. And the dolphin and the shark then begin to fight. And after a while of fighting in the water, the dolphin kills the shark.
As they do?
As they usually do. She got a chance to get free from her incestuous brother. Mother and her 2 siblings never got a chance to see her ever again because she remained a dolphin.
So she just like swam away and just left her whole family? She didn't get no boyfriend after that? What the hell?
Yeah, I mean, she couldn't get married or nothing like that. Like, she's now a dolphin and her brother died.
Well, what turned into a dolphin again?
Well, you know, these stories, they really don't have much of a reason, a rhyme or reason behind it. It's just like,
it's just like, you dolphin now.
You a dolphin now. Ta-da! You know, there's never really any sense to it. but you know, it is what it is. I mean, I feel like that one had a pretty good ending, and that was not as scary, but it is pretty screwy. Hang on, doing the brows.
My brows may look close together. They may look blocky, but don't you come for me.
I love block brows. I don't care what nobody has to say. Like, block brows are awesome. Brows are so personal. For someone to tell you the way that you do your brow is incorrect. First of all, it's only makeup. You could always wash it off. And plus, makeup is an art form. Like, you get to express yourself however. Like me, when I'm heading off to work and stuff like that, like, I don't have time to sit down and flick no fuck. I mean, no.
We said we was gonna curse like that.
I wasn't gonna say, but I was sailing at heart. I don't have time to flick no eyebrow hairs into my brows. Like, I'm gonna quickly box them in and go to work.
This is how I flick it. I use the same brush by What's Your Face? Maybelline.
Thank you, What's Your Face?
And I just flicker the wrist. I bring my brows a little closer. You can see the difference like when I do the flicky thing.
Yeah, they're really close.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go. I mean, can you see like
The hairs next?
Yeah.
I'm so jealous of those people who could do their brows and like oh my god. Those people who could do their brows and like they don't need to outline it or nothing like that. It's just perfect. Like as soon as they do it, like no bro, I'm the most
and they are the same ones to be like outline your brows. Who does that?
Who does that? Who lines their brows with concealer? Like you just put it on and it's on. No, bro, it don't work like that for me. I mean, I don't mind concealing your brows. Now, when you conceal your brows and then just leave it like that, something is seriously wrong with you. Like, blend that in with some foundation or something.
I saw one girl, like one woman. She's an older lady. She had like unibrow, but she filled it in, even her unibrow, and concealed the whole thing straight across. And you can see like the highlighted line, like right here.
Oh
like
my
she
God.
did that, and I was like,
you know, unibrows are iconic. I don't even want to down anybody with unibrows, because I mean, like Frida Kahlo, she did the shit. Like
yeah, but at the same time, like this lady concealed her unibrow. She just didn't leave it there. Like, ooh, look at my unibrow. She concealed the whole thing and left the concealer at the bottom, and the concealer is dead bright. So it looked kind of weird.
in a group of regular Instagram bitches, be Frida. So, are you ready for the second story?
Yeah.
So, can you guess what the second story is gonna be about?
Is it about the Golden wife? I know about that one.
Yeah, you know, it took me until just recently to find out what the hell they meant by marry the Golden. Bruh.
Oh, that's a song.
Yes.
Yeah. Marry the Golden.
So the second story is about coconuts. Hold on. Now, this one starts off with a little girl who was walking to and from school, and she usually takes the same route. And on her way to and from school, she would stop in this yard and get a coconut off the tree. You know, you on an island, indulge in a coconut, right? A yard happened to belong to a guy who practiced witchcraft, an old bear man. The old bear man, it took him a while to realize that some of the coconuts off his tree was missing. It really did. But when he finally did realize, he actually sat outside and watched and waited to see who it was that was picking this coconut off his freaking tree. Because his yard was fairly large, he had lots of plants and stuff in his yard, and you would think that people who knew that this is the old bear man's yard, you would stay the hell away, right? This old bear man, when he found out, he actually sat outside and he watched and he waited, and the girl went about her regular daily routine, and she took the coconut off his tree. And he was like, what the what? He got really angry and actually started chasing her out of his yard, and he chased her down the street. Almost caught her but didn't catch her. She just was too quick. She's quicker than that, you know? What he did was he started to sing to the coconut in her stomach.
In her stomach?
Yes, she was singing to the coconut in her stomach, and it's because he does oatmeal, he knows these things. And the coconut responded from within her stomach. It was because of that he was able to track her down and where she went. And when he tracked her down, he grabbed her and beat her and knocked her unconscious. and over a coconut. And when he knocked her unconscious, he then turned around and dug a trench. And when he dug this trench, he then chopped her up and put her in the trench and began to bury her. And from in the ground, the coconut that was in her stomach was like, "Don't do that girl like that."
What? You already chop off? You already did her like that? What you talking about?
What you mean like that?
Like that? He did it.
But yeah, and oddly enough, that's how the story ends.
What? He said, "Oh, don't do the girl like that." But she already did. And you chop her up?
And he chopped her up, bro, and put her in a trench over a coconut.
That's a light vibe. That's a real light vibe. I can't even pretend into that school. That's really like.
I thought that one was pretty screwy.
That's really fun. I mean, that's really messed up. Like, that's messed up. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that one was really messed up. I think, you know how people always used to say, "Oh, don't go into the old bear people yard, you know, they obeah and they hang the bottles in the tree and you should know not to go there because it's dangerous."
I wouldn't think that you could chuck me up over a coconut.
And plus, like, you don't belong in people's yard. Like, you know, ask first before you go on the tree. I guess that's the moral of the story. That's me guessing.
Moral of the story is don't trust old men. They will kill you over a coconut that can fall on the floor, that they ain't gonna eat, that they ain't gonna use. Because most times when people have coconut in their house or like on their property, they just leave it there.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who goes around collecting coconut. They might beat you up over one plum.
Yeah, a plum.
Yeah, you might get beat up over a plum. But not no coconut. That's a little extreme.
I feel like you ever had something out for me and I'd have been looking at you whilst you chasing me and be like.
But this don't remind you of another story. You remember when we were in junior high school and everybody was breaking into this old abandoned house that everybody said was haunted because the person who lived there used to do witchcraft, and the house became haunted when they slaughtered their whole family in the house, and like the coconut tree was singing in the yard and dancing in the yard. This story actually made our newspaper, quote unquote, in the country. I've never seen the article, but that was the story they was telling us when we was in junior high school, and everybody used to go and break into this house to see this coconut tree and this
spirits and
spirit. So when we went to our dad, remember we went and he was like, "Hey, look, everybody's going to this house. I want to see what's going on." And he was like, "Okay, no, I'll take you there though. We'll drive by and you could see from in the car where I am." Yeah,
so I wonder if that story came from this story. Like,
I don't know,
because it was in the paper that the tree was actually alive.
That's what I said. Like, people said it was in the newspaper, but I've never seen the article or whatever. I mean, in all honesty, I never went looking to see how true the story was. But that's what everybody was saying, that, you know, it's a true story. It was in the newspaper, so it has to be real, right?
Yeah. Next story, Gabby. Let's go on.
Okay, this story was told to me. I remember the story so vividly. The story was about like how normal stories are, with a man whose wife died, and you know, he's a single dad to a little girl, and he marries this woman. The woman turns out to be a huge bitch.
I say good.
And she was literally abusing this little girl. Like, every day she would beat her. Every day she would beat this little girl. So much so that the little girl was, instead of going straight home after school, she would go to her grandmother's house. So it wasn't uncommon for her not to come straight home. The stepmother got really pissed off at the little girl, and she waited until she got home one day. And before her dad got home, she literally beat this little girl. And she beat her to death and buried her in the backyard. And when the dad got home, he was like, "Okay, fam, where's the little girl?" And she was like, "Oh, she's probably by her grandmother's house, you know, no big deal." So after that day, the next day comes around, and he's like, "Hey, look, she never came home. I'm gonna go call my mom and see if she's still there. Maybe she spent the night or whatever." He went to his mother's house, and when he went there and he spoke to his mother, he was like, "Hey, have you seen my daughter?" And she was like, no, she didn't come by me today. I thought she went straight home. So after a while of looking for her, months passed. And in the spot where she had buried the little girl, a pepper tree began to grow. And the dad, overcome with grief, he would stay home and, you know, he would come home early and, you know, grieve over his daughter in the garden and in the backyard, you know, being really antisocial, which is, you know, understandable, you know. When the pepper tree began to bear little peppers, and he went to pick some. And when he picked some, like, the tree began to sing to him. And it was in the voice of his daughter, and she was like, Daddy, stop picking my hair.
Wow.
I don't know if you've ever heard that one. And that's mainly how the story kind of ended, because, you know, the tree only kept singing, you know, stop picking my hair. So he knew his daughter was under there dead, you know?
That's crazy.
And, you know, they never really found out who it was that killed her, you know.
Suspicious.
But that was told to me in like 2nd grade.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
During story time, and you know, I can remember that story so clearly because it matched with my psyche. You know, that's just the worst way to go, you know?
Yeah, it is. Like, especially how she pretended like everything cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And it her child, right?
Yeah, she didn't give a crap, you know.
Wasn't a child, like.
And you know how some women are when they marry a guy, or you know, they start dating a guy, and not all of them, some women, when they dating a guy and the guy has a kid, someone else, you know, they get all in their feelings and they abuse the child. At least I've heard many stories of abuse like that. So
That's crazy.
yeah,
That's the last story?
I have a last story that is pretty fucked up.
I've never heard about these stories though.
You never heard these stories?
No.
I heard the one with the guy on the boat before, but you know.
But I've heard about Boogie 1,010,000 times.
Yeah, those stories are really overdone and redone 1,010,000 times. We will get to the Babuki and the Rabbit stories. We will get to the Chichani. We will get to the woman in the white dress eventually. You guys will just have to keep watching. But coming down to the final story, I don't know what we're gonna talk about after this. What we're gonna talk about when I'm done with these stories. We didn't talk these people's ear off.
That's what they come here for.
To hear our lovely voices. Ah. Ooh, she wally wally. Ooh, she big big. So, our final story is called The Woman at the Well.
I feel like I've heard that title before, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was a biblical title. So this story also takes place with a mom and a single mom and her daughter. Like, why these people don't have like husbands to help them not be damn crazy? Most of these stories can have like a single dad, a single mom, or a single this and a single dad. Like, there's no happy homes.
That sucks.
Yeah. There's no happy homes. Okay, this woman had a daughter. One is called Lucy and the other one's called Jane. She clearly liked one daughter more than the next. She would give one daughter more chores and abuse one and treat one a whole lot better than the other, you know? So one of the chores of Lucy, the daughter that she mistreated, her name is Lucy, and one of her chores was going to the well and getting water to the house after school, and you know, amongst the other things that she has to do, right? So one day when she went to the well, there was this old gross woman there. I don't want to call her gross, but you know, she was gross. She had matted hair, she was dirty, she had you know, bumps and pus on her skin, and you know, it just looked really gross. She asked her, she was like, can I have some water? So Lucy, without thinking about it, she got some water and gave it to the old woman, and the old woman happened to be a witch. This woman said, okay, because you were so nice to me, I'm going to, the next time you open your mouth, diamonds and pearls will fall from your mouth.
Ooh. Why does somebody do that to me? Like,
I wish somebody would do that to me.
I want some diamonds and pearls.
If you need water, let me know.
Some gold? I'll keep that up quick.
You know, when she went home, her mom was sitting outside waiting on her with the switch. Ready to tear that ass up, right? And when she went to her mother, she was like, don't beat me. She was really scared. She's like, don't beat me. There was this lady at the well, and when she started to talk, pearls and diamonds were falling from her mouth. And her mother was like, new favorite child, come home, you know?
What are you talking about? Beat?
You don't do that wrong. Yeah. We don't abuse kids here.
No, we don't do that. What are you talking about?
So,
stop it.
The sister, when she, you know, heard all the commotion with her mom, she came out. Her mom was like, look at what your sister does. She spits diamonds. What could you do? And the sister was really jealous. She was like, oh, I gotta go to this well too. So the sister waited until the next day, went to the well, and she took a silver cup with her, and she was like, the next person that comes to this well, I'm gonna give you the best drink you ever had in your whole life, because it's coming out of this nice cup and not no dirty bucket, you know? So she sat there all day, and the next person that came after her was this young woman, and the young woman was like, hey, can I have something to drink? And you know, Lucy, she's like, this is not who I was waiting on. My sister said it was an old woman. I don't know who this person is, but anyway, here's some water. You can have some, I guess. And you know, she had a bad attitude and she grumbled the whole time. And after the woman drank, she said, okay, because your attitude sucks, the next time you open your mouth, snakes and frogs will fall out.
I've been like, oh.
And you know, she was scared, so she went home and she went to her mom. And she went home to her mom to tell her mom what had happened. You know, this person cursed me with freaking snakes and frogs. Like, you need to do something. It's this daughter that you have, Lucy. It's her fault that I have snakes and frogs falling from the mouth. That's her fault. And the mom was like, you know what? You're right, you know, that is her fault. She caused this on you. She must have said something to the witch, and she just didn't want to see you shine, and this, that, and the third. So the mother actually went to go abuse Lucy, and when she went to go to look for her to beat her, she was gone. She had run away.
And she rich.
And she got money. Like, in her mouth, you have dollars, you know? And
the only thing is, could she talk? Like, I don't think I could talk after, like.
And that's how the story ends.
I don't think I could. You say every time she opens her mouth, she
snakes. But which one, Lucy or the sister Jane?
Every time she opens her mouth, she gets gold and all kind of diamonds and stuff. Like, that means she can't even talk to nobody. She can't even say, hey, what's up?
So is it really a gift? Is it a good thing?
Maybe that's a revelation that they were trying to make. And
should you be happy for diamonds and stuff in your mouth?
I would be happy personally.
Personally, me too. Like, I don't even need no friends. Like, just give
me, I would be like,
just give me diamonds and pearls. So, what do you think about my picks? You like them?
I really like them. I like all of them actually.
They kind of tap into the realm of the unexpected, you know? It's not like regular stories with a happy ending. And that's the thing what I noticed with most Bahamian stories, they don't have, you know, a totally happy ending, and they kind of just end abruptly, and they don't really give you the gratification of, okay, I know what's gonna happen next. No, the hell you don't. You don't know what's gonna happen next. You don't know how it's gonna end, and you don't know really what's gonna happen to these people at the end of the story. You know, they don't live happily ever after, you know what I mean?
That's sad, but it's so true. It basically is what it is.
Yeah, that's how most of the Bahamian stories are. You know, you gotta take what you could get, and that's what it is. And you know, I feel like they told them to their kids to, you know, don't do shit, get hit, you know. Don't go in people's yard. don't have sex with your sister.
Definitely. That's like number one. The hell?
Don't sleep with your sister.
If you have a sister, like, I'm gonna be like, ooh.
Right, so I guess they do have morals at the end of it, but you know.
Their morals just go like a little janky from time to time.
But I feel like these stories were a bit unconventional based upon the ones that most people would tell. Because everybody runs to the whole Babuki and Barabi.
Yeah.
And, you know, even though those ones have, like, they have fucked up tones to it too. You know, because there was a story with Babuki and Barabi where Barabi tricked the people into coming into the house and killed them, and he ate the people in the town. Like,
I never lied about that.
That is going to be
really
next. That one's gonna be next. I was gonna do that one next, but he literally ate niggas, you know.
I did not know.
Straight up cannibalism. Straight up. So for the next video, do you want to select some stories? What do you guys think? Comment down below if she should select stories, or do you want me to continue telling the stories? Am I better at it? Is my voice more soothing and does it make it a whole lot less weird, you know? Find out next time on the next episode. Should I do some more really disturbing and screwy stories like that?
Yeah, definitely.
My big question on this whole situation is like, how
there's a lot of killing children in that, I noticed.
Yeah, a lot of
like,
killing
everybody
kids.
is kids and they're dying.
Kids aren't safe. And then the thing is like how adults felt comfortable telling kids these stories are beyond me. Like,
it's like, and they said it with a smile on their face.
What a not even a flinch, not a blink, nothing. I feel bad. I feel like I should have gotten more stories to tell, because now I don't have nothing else to say. I'm just like, now back to the regular scheduled programming of me doing my makeup.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know why everybody dogs eyeliner so much. Like, I still love liner. Cause I never wanna dance again. Guilty feet has got no rhythm.
Other people, you had written this out, right?
No. I don't know how I heard those stories and you've never heard them before. Was I like the unloved child?
I never heard the pepper one. I never
So it was diamonds and stuff falling from my mouth. I remember when I was young once I saw somebody who had bottles hanging up in their tree. So even back in my day, people were still out there, you know, scaring kids.
I mean, like you said back in your day, like you 50 or 40 or even 30. The hell? Your day is very recent.
I'm almost 30, respect me. But I remember people doing that to keep kids out of their yard, so they hang the bottles up and scare them away and say, oh, we do witchcraft, yeah, don't come this way. But yeah, I'm really sad that we won't have a Halloween this year. I'm not sad about not having to go to Home Fabrics and, you know, fighting for my life just for a costume. I do want to go out to the club and, you know, drink bubbly shots and, you know, dance the night away, I guess, if that's what you want to call it. But I do miss that a lot, like going out and spending time with my friends. My friend. I can't even say friends anymore. Oh gosh, Gabby will cut you off quick without even a second thought. Well, let me don't say that. Like, I have 2 friends.
Most of us, we just hang out with our family.
Yeah, family is better. Like, you know, family members are the best. Yeah, we fight. Yeah, we talk shit about one another, but to each other's face, not behind the back. I tell them about their ass in their face, so they know it was me. Listen, we gotta ask people who said it. It was me.
You overline your lips, Gabby?
No, my lips are too huge for that.
Just a bit.
You don't have like a big upper lip. Like, I have a big upper lip. Yeah, your lips are like how Rihanna has like that thin upper lip.
And we both have like a blue.
Yeah. I don't have much of anything going on my lips. It's weird. It's just like it's like, you know how people pay to get their lips done? These aren't plastic surgery done. Like, these aren't fillers. These are my real lips. I can't afford I can't afford surgery. That's how my lips look. It looks like people who had filler done. Just kind of formless and shapeless. But just there.
Oh my god, you just said that and I just realized it. It's true. I didn't even look at it just now and I was like,
it looks like people who have filler and it's just like, it doesn't really have a shape, but it's just close. It's just there.
I hope you guys like that this isn't like a voiceover or whatever. Let me know.
They love my voice.
Why did I do that just now?
How you feel it?
I don't even do that. Like, I can smile right now.
And I'm done.
You're done?
And I'm gone. And I'm out.
Did you put on mascara?
Yeah.
Like, you done for me.
I know, right? Plus I was talking and I was doing other things and I still finished before you. I don't understand. It's people like this. It's people like this that give other people that do makeup a bad name. They'll say, "Lord, do it wrong shit."
Wow. Wow.
That came from a real place.
A real place. Real life. Like, how do you get away with like the super long lashes? I wonder how I can look. Am I gonna look like I'm gonna fly away? Damn.
Nobody really gets away with them. People just let us live our life.
Like, you pull it off so nice.
It became a thing and people like just accept it, man.
Are you gonna do like a Halloween scary video? Like,
I should do a Halloween look. I should do a Halloween look. But I didn't have to whip out all my old costumes. Find which one sucks the least. Cause like I've been fluctuating in weight so much I don't even know if they could fit.
what about a junglist? We always wanted to be a junglist.
I am a junglist.
But Gabby, remember, purple hair.
Red belt and your purple tights and your rainbow weave and your lipstick white. You should do it. Not purple lips.
Somebody do a junglist, please. Somebody do a junglist. Y'all need to do a junglist. Somebody needs to be a junglist. Just even if y'all post it on like social media and let that be that.
Could be a junglist.
I don't know if Gabby can include this in the video, but one time ago, when me and Gabby was teenagers, I would say, like when we first started going on the scene, or like going out, like one time we was like, oh, for Halloween we should go as a bucket of water. And I was like,
oh my gosh, yes, you would be the bucket
so
of water.
I was gonna be so down. I was like, oh my god, that was such a good idea. Form of a bucket of water. You watch too much Teen Titans, obviously.
Okay guys, that is the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed our stories and my guests, my sister Aisha and my nephew Logan. Say bye, everybody. You wanted to be in the video and now you don't want to be in the video. Oh my goodness.
Now he's scared.
He doesn't want to do it.
You want to be on YouTube?
Aww. Too shy. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Do you like it? Do you like the bangs? Yes, we're feeling the bangs.
I actually love how my makeup turned out, and I love the stories today because, like the dolphin thing. No, the coconut one. That was the one that really got me. Because who's gonna kill somebody over coconut? I drop them out, and then the coconut can be like, "Oh boy, this is really messed up." And I'll be like, "You think?" I thought you would wake up after you didn't do it.
That was your favorite story?
That was my favorite story because it was just the most gruesome. And I was like, whoa.
And my favorite story will always be the little girl in the pepper tree because that one, I was in 2nd grade when they told it to me. That was the one that really stuck to me thinking about it. So what are your favorite stories? What did you like the most about it? Can you please comment down below, like, subscribe, critique, dislike, talk trash in the comment section if you really want to. We love all attention because good publicity, bad publicity is all publicity and we love it all. So thank you so much for watching and we'll see you later. Bye guys. Bye. Bye. Say bye. 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 Bye.